Salute to the motherfuckers in the chat, man. Y'all know where it's at, man. It's your boy Ice, man. Yes, sir. We back for another motherfucking live stream. Nah, I mean, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm your host for the evening. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm the founder of the Gaming Lounge. I am he, I am him, I am Ice Up 84. And I want to welcome y'all to the lounge tonight, man. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you here rocking and vibing with your boy Ice. And I don't take that lightly, man. So with that being said, man, y'all already know the vibes. Before we enter into the lounge, man, y'all already know the rules, man. One rule I require, and that's that you take your shoes off before you enter. Once you do that, man, make sure you enter the lounge respectfully. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss none I drop. Also leave a comment in the comment section after the live. Let me know how you feel about the content. And last but not least, man, share the video so we can get Ice more into the algorithm, man. With that being said, man, hey, we live, man. We back. That's right, I meant to change the goddamn title. I meant to change the title to something else, but I just use my fucking default title. It is what it is, man. Yeah, y'all see what we on tonight, man. We on that K, man. We on that K. It's only the right way, baby. It's only the right way. It's only the right way, man. So with that being said, man, y'all tap in. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go.
Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now, here's Gilgeous Alexander from 12 feet out. The rebound by Halliburton. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Now, here is Halliburton. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep.
Oh my God, I was wide the fuck open.
And it's Halliburton missing. Here's Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task.
Why, thank you, David. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder.
On defense, Oklahoma City. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. 3 on the clock. Here's Neesmith. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Draining the triple.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. But 3 falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Revenge. Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And he makes the first. And the Thunder making a switch here. And so Neesmith nails both of them. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Now, Siakam. After Lindor's three-pointer that didn't go. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Back to Dort. Fires for 3. Over Neesmith. Again, the Thunder score.
Dort stepping in just a little bit and gets to the mid-range and shows some confidence there.
Halliburton outside. The shot's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Caruso. Following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. That shot missing. Here's Nemhard. Still yet to score. Back to Neesmith. Wide open. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Caruso. A special move before the shot.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now, here's Halliburton.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Back to Caruso. For 3, Mitchell. And the 3 ball is good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pacers lead by 1. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Back to McConnell. Here's the 3. This one for 3. And it's Halliburton missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering, but there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on, and they're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Here's Wiggins. That one's in, his first shot this game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Halliburton for three. There's the drive. Nice defense from Wallace.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. When you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting, that is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Here's Wiggins, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Here's McConnell. Rebound by Williams.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Williams, that's good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
All right. Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, Aaron Neesmith, Andrew Nembhard.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 5. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
Here's Halliburton. Bucket is good. Halliburton's got 7 points.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Pacers trailed by 4. Halliburton for 3. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And that one's good. Wiggins.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Halliburton with the bucket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Back to Neesmith. Halliburton in the corner. Pass to Nembhard. And a miss there on the triple. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. He's got 9.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Here's Neesmith. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. That one wide left. Outside Turner. Siakam outside. And he finishes nicely on the way. Siakam's got 5 points so far.
Oh, and they made him work for it, but Siakam knows how to finish strong inside.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Neesmith. Here's Siakam. Rebound by Williams.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Halliburton for three. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 13.
Halliburton processes so many things out there and plays one step ahead of the rest.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really affects his entire team.
Here's Nembhard. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Pacers lead by 1. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Halliburton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, young players who come into the league, you want to see if they can bring it every night. Halliburton has certainly fit that bill.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Neesmith with the ball. He has 7. Right side, Williams. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The tray. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now Nembhard. Pass to Turner. Back to Nembhard. Outside Halliburton. Turner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the shot is good. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail me.
Siakam outside. Wants to get it to Turner and does. Pocket 6. Pass to Neesmith. Fires it up. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder with the lead. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. 1:46 left to play in the third. To the wing on the left. Caruso with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Mitchell. The rebound by Turner. Indiana trailing here. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Count it. Good.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Siakam, right side. Misses the layup.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Pacers trailed by 3. Here's Nemhard. Outside for Halliburton. Three-pointer. And no good that time. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Thunder. Pass to Dort. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
The size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. Could be really effective at any position on the floor.
And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so here is Oklahoma City. 6-point game. Caruso, no good. And here is Toppin. And he banks in the layup.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
On the wing, Wiggins. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Toppin. Count it.
And I like this. Don't just put Obi on the perimeter or have him spot up. Use that length. Use that toughness. Let him make plays inside.
Right wing. Here's Caruso. Comes up empty from 8 feet. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Outside Mathurin. To the inside. Here's Toppin. To tie it up. Thunder with the rebound. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Back to Caruso. Dort wide open. Caruso looking for an opening. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. And the Thunder lead by 4. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks so much, David. Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. The shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep three-point land. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Halliburton outside. And Nembhard has it in the corner. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist.
Great decision from Tyrese Halliburton. Understands when he should look to set up his guy.
To the wing right side. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Nembhard. The rebound by Turner. They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Chalk up 2 there. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Indiana leading. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And so here is Oklahoma City. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. Nembhard grabs the ball. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Oklahoma City. They trail by 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Halliburton right side. Now here's Neesmith. It's deflected. 6 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And here are the Pacers now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They lead by 1. And an intentional foul right there.
Second team foul. The line for the leader. Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And what's their best move at this point?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Here's Siakam. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. Now the Thunder with it. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Here's Mamba. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Mark Dagno calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And Oklahoma City making a change. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
Halliburton for 3. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up.
Let's get it, y'all.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Ball. Out to Bridges. Back to Ball. And Anunoby pulls it down.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Pass to Harden. Shoots over Ball. 4 on the clock. For 3, Bridges. And he buries his first look.
We know Mikal Bridges is a legit threat from deep, and boy, does he love the corners.
Ball left side. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
And so Ball nails both of them. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
B.A., the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
Now here's Anunoby. Here's Hart. Off target on the 15-footer.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Williams. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Got to show more strength on the low block to keep him out of position.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Bridges. And Ball gets it to go.
Well, the great length and the great size in the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Outside, Williams. To the paint. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Doris, it's hard to believe the Knicks title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
The shot's good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Brunson taking his time here. There's the three. Brunson missing again. Charlotte leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Bridges. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score, Doors.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets.
The Knicks making a switch here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns, a 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time. Well, with the high release point on Mikal Bridges' jumper, it's very hard to contest. Just a matter of being consistent now.
Smith outside. Pass to Bridges. Lays it up and banks it in. Bridges has got 5 now.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's McBride. From the arc. Okogie pulls down the board. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Curry looking it over. Pass to Smith. Here's Diabate. right through the D for the layup.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
McBride. Missed inside.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Unloads from 13. And, yep, it's good. Charlotte leading by 4. Ball outside. Smith right side. Pass the ball. Here's Nurkic. Robinson defending. Good work defensively by Robinson. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Payne. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And here's Charlotte now. Ball with it. And McBride picks him up defensively. Pass to Diabate. On the wing, Curry. Ball outside. And there's the screen. Three-pointer. Melo knocking down a 3.
Well, that's just a smart move by LaMelo Ball. Uses the screen to shake the defender. That's nice.
Right side Payne. Now here's Bridges. With the fadeaway. Ball with the rebound.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, B.A., I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
New York making a switch here. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Brunson. Outside Achua. Left side Brunson. Over Ball. Brunson misses. Hornets leading by 7. Ball left side. And Williams punches it home.
That's just great recognition by LaMelo Ball. The pinpoint accuracy makes it easy for his teammate.
And here's Brunson from the arc. New York, again, can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The Hornets making a switch here. Hornets leading by 9. Williams with the screen. Down low. And Williams punches it home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Brunson assertive on the take. Uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
Bridges misses.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Outside Robinson. Back to Brunson. Ooh, Brunson, the sweet lefty stroke.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Now Curry. Outside for Green. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Over Brunson. Curry, no good. Knicks trail by 6. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They've led by as many as 11. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Outside Brunson. Releases. Brunson missing again. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Hornets. They lead by 8. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Knicks trail by 8. Towns on a screen. Looking to end this cold spell. And a nice layup by Brunson. Brunson's got 9 points.
Yeah, just masterful use of the pick and roll by Jalen Brunson. Shot ready as soon as he wants to let it fly.
Bridges outside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Hart can't hit. Charlotte leading by 8. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Here's Ball. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
Left side Brunson. Shoots over Ball. Ooh, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Out to Bridges. Ball outside. Connects from downtown. And now it's an 11-point Charlotte lead.
This guy is always ready to shoot the three. LaMelo so confident from distance.
Here's Anunoby. They get it again. Pass to Bridges. And another shot. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Outside, Green. And here is Williams. And here's Ball. Brunson defending. And Ball.
Yes, sir. Hey, chat, we'll be right back, man. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Where's Smoke at? Smoke, tell me all you want is get back. That's why I got on 2K. Where you at, homie? Y'all be right back. Don't touch that dial, man. It's ice, so you know who said it, man. Oh yeah, we in here tonight. We in here tonight. It's that Mamba mentality. I can't help it. On that 2K, man. Have it your way. We'll be right back, y'all, man. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. I repeat, do not touch that dial, man. Be right back, y'all. Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here's Jokic. And here's Gordon from the arc. Count it.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Here's Irving. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Brown. Pass to Porter. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Outside Davis. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. On the wing, Murray. On the wing, Murray. Shoots over Thompson. Murray, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so Murray will bring it up for the Nuggets. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, BA. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
Here's Jokic. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. Jokic has gotten his second bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Irving gets it to go.
Oh, guys, there are not many strokes more pure than that of Kyrie Irving's.
Murray finds some space. Davis with a rebound.
Well, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And finished off by Davis.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now a timeout called by Denver. And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. Jokic. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Mavericks leading. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Inside. Outside Murray. Back to Jokic. Over Gafford. Jokic shot is good. Jokic has got 6 points.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
And here's Denver. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
BA, there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
We've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle step.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Dallas on D. And the shot is good by Westbrook.
Well, the aggressive play on the interior paying off for Russell Westbrook right now. He is always able to score on the inside. The explosive hops makes it easier.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still without a bucket. Banked it in off the glass.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And it's the Nuggets ball. To the paint. Here's Jokic. No good. A bit long that time. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Davis with it. Guarded now by Watson. Pass to Gafford. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Nikola Jokic. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for Dallas, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. 12 seconds left in the first. Outside quarter. The three. He drops it from range.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, leading by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Pass to Lively. Here's Marshall. Fires for 3. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
The Mavericks trailing. Dinwiddie outside. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Yep, that one goes. Westbrook's got his second basket.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Pass to Christie. Lively inside. Here's Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Good with time running down on the shot clock.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
The shot from 20 feet out. And it's Denver with another.
Well, because there's such good elevation and a confidence and comfortability in the mid-range, Russell Westbrook always takes advantage in that area.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Najee. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Marshall. Back to Irving. Here's Marshall. Now Lively. Charge covers. On the wing, Irving. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Here's Murray. No points so far. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Back to Jokic. Left side Murray. And stolen by Irving. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And again, Denver no good.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Murray with it. Irving picks him up.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Will it go? And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. The try by Irving. Outside Davis. Another shot. Jokic grabs the board.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Outside for Porter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Irving looking around. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Murray. The shot, no good. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Dallas on top, up by 2. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Mavericks leading. Now here's Irving. Pass to Gafford. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as
Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Murray can't cash it in from close range. The Mavericks lead by 6. The 3 from Washington. Gordon pulls it in. So it's Denver now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Murray, no good.
he is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Gafford. Outside for Irving. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the shot clock near 0. There is no doubt Irving is connecting there. He seems very assured in low-clock situations.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. going to the line for one. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now Irving. Washington outside. Pass to Gafford. Takes the three. 6 to shoot. Irving for three. And it's Denver with a rebound. Outside Murray. To the wing on the left. Here's Jokic. Inside. Jokic drops it in.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Irving with it. Give him 8. Back to Washington. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And Denver making a change here. Here's Murray. Still no points. For three, Westbrook. Davis with a rebound. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Outside for Irving. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Irving's got 7 points here in the quarter.
You know, Kyrie shoots a ton of threes, and he makes a ton of threes.
Outside Murray. Ooh, the turnaround jumper. Count it.
How pretty was that turnaround? That is one of the slick moves in the business.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. Klay Thompson picks one up. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
What we know unequivocally is the best players being your hardest workers, the guys who want to be held accountable, make such an impact on your program, and that is Russell Westbrook to a T.
And Westbrook slams it home. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
First team foul. In for the Nuggets. Number 22, Zeke.
Outside Davis. Clock at 6. Pass to Christie. Here's Marshall. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
You must respect the strength of Russell Westbrook. Boy, even when you foul him, he can still finish.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. Mavericks trail by 3. To the inside. It's stolen by Saric. Westbrook outside. Outside Watson. 4-3. Pure from three-point range. Watson's got his first 3 points of the game. The third quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top, leading by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Here's Murray. Outside Watson. Pass to Westbrook.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Let's go.
Here's Westbrook. Now here's Watson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. And the shot goes down. And the Nuggets lead by 8. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavs. Pass to Marshall. Williams on the wing. Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. No good there. 5 for 11 in the contest. Westbrook drives. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Well, there's only one way Russell Westbrook knows how to play, and that is attack mode all the time. Nice drive.
Down low. Here's Christie. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Brown. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Christie. Outside Irving. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Lively.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Some changes here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Jokic. Over Washington. And again, Denver no good. Mavericks trail by 8. Outside Irving. To the inside. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Curry with it. Now Thompson defending. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Porter with the steal. Pulls up for three. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Pass to Gafford. To the paint. The three from Thompson. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Hangs. And
yo, I'm going to end this stream. We're going to come back with some UFC. We're going to end this stream, come back with some UFC.